Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing another split cup ribbon pour. This is my background color. It's gray satin enamel Art Deco mixed with Floetrol, about 1 part paint, 2.5, 3 parts Floetrol. And then these are the colors I'm using. You can see it's a mixture. I got some Liquitex and some Artist Lock. And I'll also be adding some Flood Foetrol to 3 of these colors. And later in the black towards the end you'll see, I'll show you. So first I'm going to do a consistency test to make sure that they're all relatively the same thickness. So I'm holding this up for 5 seconds. Got about a penny size, dime size drop of each color. And as you can see, they're all pretty even except for the black and the, looks like the blue. We need to put a little bit of water in there and in the magenta. So I'm going to put a splash of water in each one of those colors, stir it up real good, and do it again until I'm happy with the consistency. I want the consistency of the colors to be a little bit thinner than the background color. But we'll see what we end up with here. Okay, so I need to add a little bit more water to that color, which I did. I'm going for about a 2-inch drip. That's about 1, but we're going to go with that. So these are the 3 colors I put the Flood Foetrol in. It's a wood conditioner available at your local Menards or Home Depot or what have you. So I got 4 ounces of paint. I put 1 drop per ounce, so I put 4 drops in each one of those colors. Here's my homemade split cup, just a plastic cup with a little piece of cardboard in there. I'm layering it, keeping opposite colors from being stacked on top of each other. So I got my color mixed up. I'm going to put that aside and deal with the background. Let you listen to some music. I'll get back to you on the other side. Okay, so I got my background ready. Pulling the divider out of the split cup. Wipe the excess off. And I'm going to start doing my ribbon pour. I'm starting off the edge of the canvas, going off the edge of the canvas on both ends. And you can manipulate the pattern depending on how high you have the cup from the surface, how fast you go, how slow you go, how much you're tipping it, etc., etc., etc. So you just got to play with it. There's my initial ribbon pour. Now I'm going to take some of the colors that I set back, like this magenta, and I'm going to do some single ribbons with it. As you can see, I'm doing the same thing with some red. You put the red over the fuchsia or magenta, it really makes it jump off the canvas. So I added a couple drops of Foetrol to the remaining black I had. I'm pouring that on top of the red. Let's see what happens. Gonna stretch the paint out a little bit, get rid of the excess paint so it doesn't crack. That also makes the paint react between the different variations and the Foetrol, so you'll get more effects the more you move it around. Trying to keep it symmetrical as possible. Torch the air bubbles every few minutes. The copper's looking really good. Trying to add some real skinny lines of red. I'm putting the red back on top of the black that had the Foetrol in it. So we should get a reaction. You can see it, the red has sunken into the black a bit, so we'll get some nice, really skinny lines. Alright, going to do some more real skinny lines. It's pretty hard to do all the way across the canvas to have it come out perfectly evenly, but it's about as good as I can do. Okay, so I've pretty much poured all the color I'm going to. Now I'm just trying to get the thing balanced out. I have it balanced out as far as color goes pretty much toward the point to where I'm happy. I'm going to throw a couple streaks of copper in it here and there, and that's about it. I'm just popping the bubbles and getting the paint situated on the canvas to where it looks balanced. Looks like it needs to tip down a little bit to me from here. There we go. And here comes the copper. pretty happy with the composition. I think it's pretty cool. There's some really strange looking ribbons in there. I'm going to lift it up towards the camera so you can get a glimpse of them, and I'm going to show you a close-up with my phone camera after it's dried and varnished. Copper really lights up. Very interesting textures and patterns. The little teeny red streaks I think are super cool. Every ribbon is different. That's what I like about it. These little nodules here are interesting. They look like little gumballs or something. Very three-dimensional. They look like they're sitting on top. So the color looks a little different because it's in my kitchen and I have more of a warmer lighting. But this is what it looks like up close with the iPhone. The turquoise is super cool. Those nodules, like I said, you can see there what I was talking about, how 3D they look. Well, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in, checking out my little gumballs here. I'm really happy with it. I think it's very interesting. I've never done anything quite like it. I've done a series of, I believe, 8 of these ribbon pours. I'm going to move on to something else next week, hopefully. I got some ideas. I'll be working on that. In the meantime, please remember to hit the like button if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't. I really, really appreciate that. Here's the finished version right here. And we'll see you next week. I want to thank the Surf Zombies again. They're awesome.